Buenas tardes, bienvenidas a las personas que se están uniendo a esta sesión informativa. Veo que ya empiezan a unirse algunas personas, Jason, Jonathan, y gracias a todos por conectarse. Bueno, como han notado, pues hemos estado a lo largo de estos días invitando universidades, especialmente dentro de los Países Bajos y dentro de Australia, para que ustedes puedan acercarse un poco más a la oferta académica de estas universidades. Son universidades que tienen convenio con Colfuturo. Recuerden que para postularse a Colfuturo, pues no debe ser una universidad en convenio, sino que esto lo que implica es que van a tener un beneficio en el valor el valor de la matrícula o un descuento o una beca en este valor. Entonces, más adelante, pues vamos a conocer un poco más acerca de este convenio. Y al final de la sesión vamos a tener un espacio para que ustedes puedan hacer las preguntas que tengan. Entonces, si ya tienen preparadas las preguntas que van a hacer, perfecto, las van enviando en el chat, abajo en una sección de Q&A y ahí las pueden ir enviando. Al final las responderemos o si durante la sesión surge alguna inquietud, pues también las pueden ir enviando y vamos a resolverlas. Hoy nos acompañan dos personas. Nos acompaña Karen Garzón, que ella es representante de Studying Adelaide, que los acompaña en además de trabajar con University of Adelaide, pues trabaja con otras universidades acompañándolos en este proceso de postulación. Y tenemos a Vivek, que es representante directamente de la universidad. Gracias. Y les va a estar dando información del proceso de postulación, la oferta académica, las fuentes de financiación, el convenio con Colfuturo y bueno, va a responder todas las dudas que ustedes puedan tener. Entonces, sin más preámbulo, Karen, muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos en esta sesión. Also, thank you, Vivek, for joining us. And you can start the presentation.
Bueno, muchas gracias, Carolina. Hola a todos, como Carolina dijo, mi nombre es Karen. Yo vivo acá en Adelaide y trabajo para Study Adelaide. Nosotros somos una organización del gobierno que se encarga de soportar y ayudar a los estudiantes internacionales que vienen a estudiar a Adelaide o que eligen Adelaide como destino educativo. Entonces, yo hoy les voy a mostrar un poco sobre qué es Adelaide y lo que ustedes pueden encontrar en esta ciudad al momento de elegirla como el destino que quieren para sus estudios. Entonces voy a compartir acá pantalla. Ok. Ok, entonces aquí empezamos. Bueno, como les decía, Study Adelaide es pues una alianza entre el gobierno y la industria de la educación. Nosotros trabajamos de la mano con las 4 universidades públicas que hay acá en Adelaide y a la vez con todos los institutos. University of Adelaide es uno de nuestros grandes miembros y acompañamos todos los procesos de las personas que deciden venir a estudiar a University of Adelaide. Nosotros nos encargamos básicamente de vender a Adelaide como destino educativo, de mostrar como todas las ventajas que tiene Adelaide como ciudad acá en Australia. Como pues me imagino que ustedes han oído sobre Australia, se habrán podido dar cuenta que pues que básicamente todo el mundo habla de Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, pero lo que estamos queriendo hacer como proyecto de mercadeo es empezar a mostrar al mundo una ciudad como Adelaide que está literalmente diseñada para estudiantes. Entonces, hacemos ese trabajo en el tema de mercadeo. En tema de student engagement, nos encargamos de crear actividades y crear programas que puedan ser beneficiosos para los estudiantes que eligen Adelaide y nos encargamos de regar la voz sobre las diferentes industrias. Entonces, tenemos una cantidad de proyectos para que los estudiantes que llegan acá no solamente logren estudiar, sino conseguir trabajos en las áreas en las que estudian. Como ustedes saben, en Australia, mientras estudian, ustedes pueden trabajar. Entonces, en eso pues nos enfocamos bastante en ayudar a organizar a los estudiantes. Les cuento un poco sobre mí. Yo soy colombiana. Yo llegué a Australia como estudiante internacional hace 4 años, en el 2018. Yo llegué a una ciudad que se llama Perth y me moví a Adelaide en el 2019 y ingresé a trabajar estadía de este año en enero, en el 2022. En este momento me encuentro en una visa de postgraduate, que es la visa a la que ustedes tienen derecho después de hacer un estudio en Australia, en cualquier universidad en Australia. y pues mi cargo es coordinador de mercado digital. Bueno, les voy a contar un poquito sobre Adelaide. Adelaide se encuentra en el mapa de Australia en la parte de abajo, somos la capital del sur de Australia, estamos entre las 35 mejores ciudades para vivir. El año pasado fuimos categorizadas como la tercera ciudad con mejor calidad de vida en el mundo y esto se debe al costo de vida, a la cantidad de espacios verdes que tiene la ciudad, a la infraestructura, a la tecnología con la que se vive acá. Tenemos 1.38 millones de habitantes y el tamaño de Adelaide es literalmente 5 veces más grande que Bogotá. O sea, es un espacio súper grande para muy poquitas personas, por eso no se vive el tráfico, no se vive este tipo de cosas. Es una calidad de vida pues que nos otorga el tercer puesto a nivel mundial como la mejor ciudad del mundo para vivir. Tenemos comunidades estudiantiles en donde nos encargamos de compartir eventos, de crear espacios para los estudiantes. 70 kilómetros de playa, la consideran la ciudad de los 20 minutos porque se demoran en transportarse 20 minutos desde donde vayan, o sea, de una esquina a otra esquina son 20 minutos casi siempre, y es una ciudad mucho más económica que vivir en Sydney o que vivir en Melbourne o que estas ciudades grandes. Los tres pilares generales de Adelaide son la excelencia en educación, la carrera, construir carrera profesional y pensar en el bienestar de los estudiantes internacionales. En esta imagen van a poder ver uno de los puntos claves donde está la ciudad. Esto les permite ver que realmente, por más de que es un espacio muy grande, todo queda muy cerca. El transporte público es maravilloso, se pueden desplazar de un lugar a otro con mucha facilidad. Aquí pueden ver uno de los, pues, como de los puntos más turísticos, que es el Adelaide Botanic Gardens, que es como el pulmón de Adelaide, que es un parque inmenso. El Central Market, Chinatown, Randall Mall es como el sitio perfecto para shopping y las diferentes playas. También tenemos el Royal Adelaide Hospital, que es uno de los hospitales con mayor tecnología a nivel mundial, y el Adelaide Oval en la parte de abajo, que es el estadio, el estadio de Adelaide. ¿Cómo es el clima en Adelaide? Tenemos las 4 estaciones. En este momento estamos en invierno, somos un poco al revés de lo que es, digamos, en Estados Unidos. Entonces, en junio, el summer, el verano, es en diciembre, luego viene otoño, ahorita estamos en invierno, que es junio, julio, agosto. Eh, el invierno no llega a los 0 grados, digamos, es muy difícil, no hay nieve, pero el calor sí es bastante caluroso, o sea, sí tenemos días de 35, 38 grados y hasta hemos llegado a los 40, pero son días contaditos. Entonces, digamos que el clima es muy amigable, es muy chévere porque pueden experimentar diferentes tipos de clima durante el año eh, y no son cambios tan drásticos, digamos que se mueve paulatinamente. En Adelaide hemos creado un programa para dar la bienvenida a los estudiantes internacionales. Entonces, voy a empezar hablándoles sobre, sobre la situación actual del COVID en Adelaide. En este momento tenemos el comercio abierto para instituciones y las clases están presenciales. Los tapabocas se están requiriendo en sitios de alto riesgo y transporte público. Jardines, colegios, universidades, todo como les digo, están abiertos, presenciales. La prueba PCR y el certificado de vacunación ya no están siendo requeridos para ingresar a Australia. Anteriormente, desde el miércoles hacia atrás, requerían prueba de vacunación para ingresar a Australia. A partir de este momento, si no están vacunados o si tienen una vacuna que no esté reconocida en Australia, de todas formas pueden ingresar. En esta página que les pongo ahí, www.studyadelaide.com/arrival, pueden ver todos los requerimientos que tiene Adelaide para el ingreso y Australia, pero realmente ahorita está muy normal el ingreso al país. Esta Adelaide ha organizado unos proyectos, unos eventos para dar la bienvenida a estudiantes internacionales. Entonces tenemos un booth en el aeropuerto en donde recibimos a los estudiantes, se les entrega un gift pack en donde se les dan volantes sobre todos los temas más importantes de Adelaide. Se les entrega los snacks, bueno, todos los puntos, una tarjeta con todos los teléfonos de emergencia que van a necesitar acá. Y tenemos banners por toda la ciudad en donde se les está dando la bienvenida a los estudiantes internacionales. Digamos que estamos reabriendo fronteras desde enero, entonces venimos con una cantidad de proyectos súper chéveres para los estudiantes que eligen Adelaide. ¿Qué deben hacer cuando llegan a Adelaide o cuáles son nuestros consejos? Lo primero que deben hacer es que nuestro consejo es llegar al menos una semana antes del inicio del curso para que se puedan acoplar, para que puedan conocer la ciudad y sus alrededores. Deben abrir una cuenta bancaria. Eh, Esto es súper sencillo, literalmente con el pasaporte ya van a cualquier banco y les abren la cuenta bancaria, obtener una SIM card, eh, salir a caminar y a familiarizarse con la zona, saber qué tipo de transporte les puede funcionar, y pues desempacar y socializar. A socializar nos referimos con buscar qué eventos hay en el momento. Generalmente esta Adelaide tiene eventos todas las semanas para que ustedes puedan asistir y puedan conocer personas y empezar como a crear un círculo social, que es muy importante, ¿no? Uno viviendo en otro país debe asegurarse de tener su círculo social. ¿Qué obtienes en Adelaide si escoges venir acá? Entonces, tenemos programas de apoyo para todos los estudiantes, diferentes tipos de apoyo, apoyo para apoyo económico existen unas líneas, para apoyo mental, apoyo si quieren buscar empleo. Les ofrecemos en nuestro portal de estudiantes todos los tips que deben tener en cuenta para antes de llegar a Adelaide y toda la información para cuando ya están acá en Adelaide. También los ayudamos a preparar para su búsqueda de empleo, entonces igual cada mes mínimo tenemos seminarios online donde pueden pueden unirse y saber como todo lo que necesitan para conseguir trabajo. Y en el What's Happening de nuestra página web están todas las actividades que tenemos preparadas para estudiantes. En el 95% de estas actividades son de forma gratuita y cuando hay que pagar algo no son más de $5. Entonces, realmente son unos grandes espacios para estudiantes. Adicionalmente, Adelaide tiene algo que creemos que no existe en ninguna otra ciudad, que es el Job Shop. Es un programa del que yo personalmente me siento súper orgullosa porque es una plataforma que creamos donde los líderes, muchas empresas líderes en Australia, ofrecen sus trabajos específicamente para estudiantes internacionales. Entonces tenemos empresas como McDonald's, como Drake's, que es un restaurante súper grande, el Adelaide Venue Management, que es el tema de los estadios, del Convention Center. Ellos dan trabajo a estudiante internacional. Entonces, ¿cuáles son las ventajas? Primero, que sabemos que no todo el mundo llega con el nivel de inglés necesario para conseguir un trabajo profesional. En esta plataforma se consiguen trabajos que no requieren un nivel de inglés avanzado, temas como de meseros, como de bartenders. Entonces, hay de todo tipo de trabajo en esta plataforma. Los trabajos son justos, son legales, con unos pagos por hora súper buenos. Pueden los estudiantes aplicar incluso antes de llegar a Adelaide. Entonces, si ustedes, por ejemplo, deciden Adelaide y tienen su visa aprobada, ustedes pueden empezar a aplicar a sus trabajos desde Colombia y les hacen todas las entrevistas online, cosa que ustedes aterrizan y literalmente ya tienen trabajo. Yo digamos que llegué como estudiante internacional y entiendo lo importante que es para nosotros llegar y conseguir trabajo pronto. Entonces, por eso me siento súper feliz de que existan estos recursos. Además, les da muchas posibilidades para después seguir creciendo en la industria porque ya van a tener la experiencia laboral dentro de una empresa australiana. Ahí les dejo el link, es studyadelaide.com/jobshop. Lo traducimos al español también por si quieren ver las diferentes ofertas que hay. Y hay más de 100 trabajos disponibles. O sea, realmente en este momento Adelaide está súper abierto a recibir estudiantes internacionales y por eso estamos creando este tipo de plataformas. En este momento en toda Australia, las restricciones temporales para, los estudiantes internacionales en cuanto a trabajo están completamente relajadas. Normalmente un estudiante puede trabajar 20 horas semanales. En este momento los estudiantes pueden trabajar tiempo completo. Deben comprometerse a cumplir con sus horarios de estudio y con sus obligaciones académicas, pero pueden trabajar tiempo completo en este momento en Australia. No se sabe hasta cuándo va a ser. En abril hicieron una revisión y decidieron dejarlo. No sabemos hasta cuándo, pero por ahora sigue siendo tiempo completo. Puede que lo dejen o puede que volvamos a que sean 20 horas semanales, pero en vacaciones sí se puede trabajar tiempo completo. Como les contaba, nosotros nos enfocamos mucho en el tema de profesión. Entonces realizamos unos tours regionales en donde los estudiantes que son de industrias como de vinos o de minería ciencia o de ingeniería pueden ir a visitar plantas que se encuentran en zonas regionales en South Australia y en estos viajes conocen gente de la comunidad, conocen gente de diferentes empresas y muchas veces hasta les ofrecen trabajo en los mismos viajes. Entonces, son como unos acercamientos a la industria muy importantes que realizamos para que los estudiantes consigan trabajo mientras están acá estudiando. Bueno, estos son algunos de los programas que tenemos como Study Adelaide. Realizamos más de 80 eventos al año gratuitos. Les damos, pues, digamos, regalamos tiquetes para eventos que hay, descuentos para ingresar a diferentes sitios, les damos el paquete de bienvenida, hacemos los seminarios de empleo, demostración de los vinos de South Australia, que South Australia es súper conocido por tener el mejor vino de Australia. Hacemos ceremonia de premiación para estudiantes internacionales, que es ahorita en octubre. Hacemos un festival para estudiantes en primavera. Y hacemos un Students Got Talent, que es en donde premiamos el talento de los estudiantes, se presentan en un escenario y obtienen premios muy chéveres. En este momento, las personas que realizan estudios en Australia tienen derecho a aplicar a una visa extra para que puedan ejercer lo que aprenden en los estudios. Y aquí les hablo un poco más de lo que hay entre Adelaide versus UK y Canadá. Entonces, en Adelaide se obtienen más años que si estudian en cualquier otra ciudad grande de Australia. Se obtienen hasta 4 años versus UK, que son 2 años, y en Canadá, que son 3 años. Estos temas siempre se aconseja revisarlos con un agente migratorio y pues también son sujetos a las condiciones de Colfuturo. Y pues es el proceso normal de migración para alguien que decide venir a Australia, pasando por los diferentes tipos de visa, pero lo mismo, estos temas siempre es mejor como que se consulten con un agente migratorio en el momento pues que sea necesario. Y estas son nuestras redes sociales, los invitamos a que nos sigan, hacemos eventos digitales también, publicamos muchísima información importante y al final, después de que Vivek les hable sobre la Universidad de Adelaide, estaré feliz de responder preguntas que tengan. Vivek les va a hablar sobre la Universidad de Adelaide, es una universidad con una reputación increíble acá en Adelaide, es una universidad con unos programas muy profesionales y tienen, digamos que la calidad, la excelencia en cuanto al nivel académico es máxima, es superior. Entonces, ya Vivek les contará un poco más sobre University of Adelaide. Hi, Vivek.
Thank you, Karen. Would you mind stop sharing your screen so I can start, please? I would like to take an opportunity to thank Karen and Study Adelaide for supporting our event. It's very, very useful, and we cannot thank you enough for all the work that you guys do with the students once they are here in Adelaide. Okay, wonderful. Hi, everybody. My name is Vivek Arora. I work in the international student recruitment team here at the University of Adelaide. My job or responsibility is as of a regional manager managing Southeast Asia, Europe, and the Americas. So my team and we assist future students who are looking and wanting to study at the University of Adelaide, regardless of what programs or what faculties or what countries they are coming from. I think one of the important things I wanted to bring Study Adelaide to support our event today was to showcase to you that there are a lot of opportunities for you when you come and study here in Adelaide, apart from just within the university. So I hope you all have received some information on that aspect. I'm going to keep my presentation quite, small and simpler, just because I want to spend a lot of time with Karen to answer all your questions about Adelaide, living in Adelaide, eating, going out, having a good time, apart from all of these as well. So I've created my presentation. Karen, if you can let me know if you can see the screen.
Yep, I can see your screen.
Beautiful. So this is a quick a bird's eye view of the city of Adelaide. Karen has already, shared a lot of insights of Adelaide, but a lot of you may not know that Adelaide is the first, you can call it a professionally designed city of Australia. So it's a very structured city. Once you are in Adelaide, you will get to know and you will learn Adelaide very, very quickly, and you will not get lost because Adelaide is very, very accessible. It's, beautiful, it's green, and you can walk very easily. You can have your own bike. Most of the lanes have bike lanes. So you're going to come and have a really good time in Adelaide just as a city. So it's livable, sustainable, and, and also economical. So Karen has shared a lot of these, aspects already. And the COVID situation overall within Adelaide has been managed really, really well by the government. It's managed really well across Australia, but I think Adelaide did a fantastic job in managing the whole, aspect of COVID-19. So this has already been shared, by Karen in terms of how the city outlook and how the city's weather, the multiculturalism, the lifestyle. What I wanted to quickly show you is I've got a video which I'll stop sharing my screen and I'll share another screen, is to showcase to you how Adelaide looks like. It's a little old video, but it's one of my favorite because it goes slow and it gives you an idea of University of Adelaide and Adelaide in general. I'm going to play that video now.
Located in the heart of one of the world's most livable cities and ranked in the top 1% of universities worldwide, the University of Adelaide offers the rare combination of elite academic performance and an enviable lifestyle. Home to 25,000 students and 3,600 staff from around the globe, our city campus has an unrivalled location, with green open parklands and botanical gardens on one side and a central business district on the other. Established in 1874, we are Australia's third oldest university. Whilst our history is rich with accomplishment, our focus today remains firmly on making history rather than resting on it. University of Adelaide graduates are highly regarded for their global perspective. Our student body is made up of 30% international students, and 1 in 3 of all students at the university will study overseas as part of their degree. We educate students across 5 faculties: engineering, computer and mathematical sciences, health and medical sciences, the arts, sciences and professions, which encompasses the fields of law, business and architecture. Our 1,700 research academics and 2,300 research students work to find innovative solutions to world problems and industry challenges. Our key areas of research focus are in the fields of agriculture, food and wine, defence and security, medtech and health, environment and sustainability, mining and energy, and society and the economy. 35 of our research fields have been rated 5 out of 5 by Excellence in Research Australia, and the university is ranked number 1 in Australia for our volume of university industry research agreements. We are the University of Adelaide.
Beautiful. I think that was just a quick overview of the University of Adelaide and Adelaide in general. Karen did touch base on a bit on the industries in general here in Adelaide. It's a growing economy for South Australia in general. There's lots of things happening within the energy sector, which is more sustainability sector, engineering, food, wine, and agriculture. South Australia is known as an agricultural state, and University of Adelaide, with its historical research in food, wine, nutrition, agriculture, is one of the best universities in Australia if you're looking in this area particularly. Again, with the financial sector and the tech sector, it's growing, and also especially the tourism and health sector. one thing you would like to know is that South Australia has one of the biggest biomedical city in the Southern Hemisphere. So there's a lot of research component within that area if you're wanting to study, especially, health related programs. I would definitely would suggest you to look at Adelaide Biomedical City. That would be very, very helpful. So some of those, global companies that have made South Australia as home, I came as an international student many, many years back, and a lot of these companies did not exist in South Australia. But if you look at now, there's some excellent opportunities ranging from different industries that I shared. It has all the big four consulting companies, big four banks, research organization, arts and creative industry, energy, mining, health sector. So there's many, many areas. A lot of the students may like to go back and work in the home countries, but having these organization in Adelaide really affects your study, component when you're here, because a lot of the program might have your industry project or your internship as part of the program. So having these companies at doorstep is really, really useful. A little bit about the university. I think a video covered a lot. The University of Adelaide is Australia's third oldest university, founded in 1874 after University of Melbourne and University of Sydney. It has a lot of history of being the first university, which a lot of people don't know. It's the university which has the first business school of Australia. So University of Adelaide started delivering business programs, the professional degree in Australia. It is the university with the most number of Nobel Prize winners, which basically accounts for 1/3 of the whole Australian Nobel Prize winners. First university to have the Elder Conservatorium, which is the music school with professional degree offerings. First university in Australia to have the first female prime minister and the Supreme Court judge, which is the highest order of any job in Australia. So there's lots of, and also one of the very important factor is the first university to admit women to academic programs. So these are very important historical perspective for University of Adelaide, which gives you an idea of the credibility of an institution and also of what you can achieve when you come here and study here at the University of Adelaide. This is just a quick overview of the staff and the student ratio, female versus male. It's a very, you can call it a balanced university also in terms of both having females and males, and also almost similar population. And also our student to staff ratio is also really, really good considering a big comprehensive university. And also if you talk in terms of diversity, almost 25 to 30% of our students are international students from more than 120 countries. So when you're coming to study here at the university, you're not only studying within your classrooms, but also while you're living in Adelaide, you're doing your industry project or your group presentations, you're going to interact with students from so many different parts of the world. I think it's exactly like one of the best learnings you can get when you come and study overseas. This is just a quick ranking of the university. We are inching closer every year to being in the top 100. However, if you look at our research, we are ranked very, very highly because we are a group of 8. We are considered a research intensive university. And a lot of the income for the University of Adelaide comes from our research commercialization, which is more than 1/3 of the whole university's income. I'm going to quickly run pace just to give you an idea of the ranking, which is the top 100 ranking for a lot of the different subject areas. So depending on what you are studying, you're going to get a best outcome from the university in terms of your studies and learning. Just to quickly give you an overview of why to choose and come here in Adelaide at the University of Adelaide is we are a group of 8 members, which are research intensive universities, really highly ranked, excellent, diverse, and placed in different parts of the world. We have amazing alumni, and also students from different parts of the world come and study here as well. And also, especially if you're looking for STEM, which is the science, engineering, technology, and mathematics, we definitely recommend you to come and study here at the University of Adelaide. Depending on what programs you choose, we have 3 different campuses. We have North Terrace campus. That campus is the main campus of the University of Adelaide, based right in the heart of the city. 90% of our teaching programs are delivered on the North Terrace campus. Then we have Roseworthy campus. The Roseworthy campus is mostly suitable for students who are looking into animal health or veterinary biosciences program. If you have passion towards animals, saving of animals, treating animals, this is a campus for you to study. It's about 1 hour from Adelaide, but we have shuttle or transport facilities available. It has itself its own clinic, which treats the communities and the animals outside. The third campus is our Wade campus. So Wade campus has a huge significance, not only for Adelaide or South Australia. It plays a very important and a critical aspect on food, science, nutrition, and wine for whole of Australia. As you can see, Wade campus is known for our agricultural program, food, science, and nutrition, wine, agri-food, and business. So if you are looking to study in a university which has its own winery, has its own dedicated campus for agriculture, food, and wine, please, I really request you to look into this campus, very deeply. So it's about 30 minutes from the university, which is the North Terrace campus, but we have transport available for this area as well. These are some of the quick updates where the university has invested millions and millions of dollars, just to showcase to you that it has an historical significance, but it is relevant in terms of the facilities, in terms of the modern facilities available. As you can see, it's one of the, I wouldn't call it the best, but it's one of the most expensive building, not only the best, but also the expensive health and medical sciences building. We have world-renowned dental simulation lab, a 6-star energy rating engineering, building, which is our Incarni Wardley building. I just showcased you the veterinary biosciences campus also. So these are just to showcase to you that you're going to be in a very historical place, but with all the modern facilities. I'll quickly take you through the study areas, even though the video showcased that we have 5 faculties, but from last year itself, we have combined and condensed them to 3 faculties. I'm going to take you to the study areas. They have both opportunities for undergrad and postgraduate opportunities. So in terms of humanities, social, and music and teaching, as I mentioned, we are the first music school of Australia. We have strength a lot in music and arts. However, we have a school of education that focuses purely on teaching and education. We do not do early child education, but we do secondary school and up there. One of the areas we excel is in science, engineering, and technology. I have explained you the significance of the Wade campus, which delivers program in agriculture, food, and wine. I've explained you the significance of Roseworthy campus that deliver program in animal and veterinary sciences. However, looking at a different technology and engineering sector, we do have our strength in defense, cyber, and space. So University of Adelaide holds one of the important critical center, which is known as the Australian Institute of Machine Learning. So that center has a significance similarly to the Food Wine Center. That center has a huge significance on whole of Australia in doing research in artificial intelligence, computer vision, machine learning, defense, cyber, and space. So I would definitely request the students to look into Lot 14. It's LOT14, Lot 14. It's an entrepreneurial hub for South Australia, producing lots of new startups and companies. Third important sector is our health and medical sciences faculty. Just to give you things into perspective, I'm going to finish in next 2 to 3 minutes, but we are a university that is known to produce doctors, dentists for more than 100 years. We have a really strong strength in the traditional medicine and the dentistry area. However, we've just launched the teaching programs in allied health, which is our physiotherapy program, occupational therapy program, and speech pathology program. I really, request you to look into those programs. And as I mentioned previously, definitely look into the Adelaide Biomedical City. It has a lot of relevance, and also our nursing and psychology programs. Of course, the traditional programs, which is our suite of business programs. University of Adelaide, which is the Adelaide Business School, is the oldest or the first business school of Australia. Again, a lot of relevance, a lot of history allocated to it. Our graduates are known in the world, especially from our business and law schools. And we do offer programs in business, law, economics, finance, marketing, and accounting. Coming to a very important part, I just heard from our team yesterday that we are in the final stages of renewing our agreement with Colpaturo, which would offer a 20% fee waiver for up to 2 years for our postgraduate and research master's degree programs. And also we have different scholarship programs also, which are for other international students. And during our Q&A session, I look forward to speaking to you in these terms also. Importantly, just before I finish, depending on the program that you're going to study, we have multiple career services team. We have a central career services team that caters to all the faculties, but certain faculties, they have their own career services team. So depending if you're going to study, let's say, Masters of Artificial Intelligence or Masters of Data Science or Masters of Business Administration, you're going to get a support from your faculty. Plus, also, you're going to get a massive support from a central career services team, regardless of if you want to, work in Australia or if you want to go back to your country and work there. We have alumni based in most of the countries around the world, and our career services team would be more than happy to, really introduce you to different people in different industries across the globe. Thank you for listening to me. We wanted to keep it very short. I hope I've not taken a lot of time, but I would introduce, if you can drop all your question under Q&A session. I'll pass it back to staff at Colpaturo.
Okay, thank you so much, Karen and Vivek, for your presentation. I think it's going to be very useful for all the attendees. And Daria Spitia sent 3 questions, so I'm going to read one by one. The first one is, does the university accept PTE?
Thank you, Karina. Yes, the university accepts multiple English exams, which is PTE, that is delivered by Pearson, IELTS, and also TOEFL exam. What score you need to be accepted to the program depends on what are you going to exactly study. The health programs have a different PTE requirements to a business or others. But in general, if you look at IELTS exam, we accept students with 6.5 IELTS overall with minimum 6 in each band. And then looking at different exams, you can find the equivalent scores accordingly. I hope that helps.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And the next question is, how much time in advance is recommended to make the application to the master's degree?
Yes, definitely an important question. So from the University of Adelaide, we start accepting we start processing the application sort of a year in advance. So the application portal starts 1 year in advance. So that gives students a lot of opportunities to manage their finances, manage their visas, manage their accommodation, or if they need to meet any prerequisite requirements. For example, some students may want to study a Master of Data Science. They might not have a very strong mathematics background. They can still apply, they can get a conditional offer, but that condition can be an English exam or doing a mathematics program. So that gives you enough time to prepare for certain degrees. So anywhere from 6 to 12 months, you're more than welcome to lodge your application.
Perfect. So we are on time for the next period. And the last question is, what are the average equivalencies to be considered for the Global Academy Excellence Scholarships?
Yes, good point. Okay, so we are undergoing, I want to be candid to everyone, we are undergoing an admissions reform at the University of Adelaide. So at the moment, what we do is, because it's a very, very complicated process, just to put things into perspective, because we get students from 120 countries, and at the moment, we convert the country's GPA to the University of Adelaide equivalent GPA, right? So we have our scholarships, which are 15%, 30%, and 50%, and especially for Colfutura, we have about 20% scholarship. So they have their certain GPAs, which are mapped to the University of Adelaide GPAs equivalents, right? So if you get 5 out of 7, you get 15%. If you get 6 out of 7, you get 30%. And as you mentioned, if you get 6.8 out of 7, you get 50%, right? However, from a Colombian perspective, if you can drop me an email, I would be more than happy to come back to you, because I need to utilize our GPA calculator to give you the exact comparison. But the change that we are coming, which would be implemented in 6 to 8 months next, is that we will be able to tell you exactly from your home country what GPA you need. For example, if you're coming from Colombia, or if you're coming from America or UK, we are able to tell you exactly those GPAs. But after this, I'm going to drop my email address to you, and I can come back to you on your question. Sorry, I cannot give you the exact answer for this question.
All right, thank you. And I think it answers the next question, which is about a specific GPA calculation. So
yes,
we're going to see the email in the chat. And
yes,
Natalia Palacio says, thank you for the presentation. And she asks, what are the scholarships or discounts that we as Colombians could get? So I think we can
yes. So regardless of being Colombians or any other international students, we have international dedicated scholarships for students, regardless of where you're from. Please do visit the University of Adelaide website, which has a dedicated page on international scholarships, which I'm going to share the link also after this. We have scholarships which range from 15 to 50%, depending on whether you are a scholarship awardee or you are applying independently again, right? So the scholarship varies, and also they vary from programs to programs. For example, if you are looking to study a program that has a cap, for example, medicine, dentistry, oral health, allied health programs, those programs do not have any scholarships. But if you're looking at programs into sciences, engineering, technology, business, arts, we do have scholarship of up to 50%, which I'm more than happy to give you a lot more idea if you can drop me an email afterwards also.
Right. And well, Jonathan asked about a course, but he's not being specific. Jonathan, ¿podrías escribirnos en el chat, por favor, a qué curso te refieres? And in the meantime, could you please, Vivek, share your email in the chat?
Yes, please.
All right. So Jonathan is asking about English courses. Do you offer English courses?
Yes, absolutely. Sorry, what's the question again? About the English. Yes,
English
definitely.
courses, yes.
So we have a dedicated English language center. So if you go on the University of Adelaide website, search for English language center at the University of Adelaide, it's ELC Center, which has different set of English programs delivered. And also we, as the university, have an agreement from the ELC Center with Colfaturo, which has dedicated scholarships also, if you are looking to study the English program. So if you are able to, again, drop me an email, please. I would request you to I've already sent my email address, Jonathan. I would be able to come back to you in terms of what English programs are there and what scholarships are there accordingly also.
Thank you. So I think that was it. We didn't receive any other question.
Any question from you, from your end?
Oh, right. Yes. What would be like the top recommendation for the people who are starting to plan their studies? Like, what advice could you give to them?
Oh, definitely. I think I would share what I thought when I was, choosing a university, city, or a program. I think what I looked at was, number one is the lifestyle of the country, which of course, you're choosing Australia as a destination. I'm going to start with the country and then the opportunities within. So I was really attracted towards Australia because it's a sports loving nation. It has beautiful beaches, amazing food, and I loved watching MasterChef. I was born and raised in India, so I was always connected to Australia with cricket, food, and MasterChef. So Australia was really on top of my league. And then I was looking at a university which was world-renowned. It was a global university. It was a very diverse university in terms of professors and also students, that students come from different parts of the world. And also I was looking at an opportunity where I could stay back. Also, Australia has amazing benefits if students are wanting to stay back. And also I was looking at a university which was very highly ranked. So if I'm not able to stay back, at least if I'm going to study or working, in any other part of the world, I wanted my, program and the degree to be very, very well recognized. And the third part for choosing a city was I was looking at a place where it was very, easier to live with little distraction, so I could focus on the study and really prepare for my future career. And also, a place which was more economical. So all those factors was, I wanted to weigh up against all these areas. So, but again, it's very, very an independent decision. But Adelaide is a wonderful place, beautiful climate, great people, friendly people, and also economical in that sense. That really helps the students also. But regardless of where you come and where you study, Australia is a wonderful place. It's open. It wants students. It wants younger, skilled graduates, a lot of them. So you're more than really welcome to come and study, everywhere across Australia.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the presentation. Thank you, Karen. And bueno, para finalizar, quiero recordarles e invitarlos a que visiten nuestra página web colfuturo.org. Allí estamos publicando todos los eventos, toda la programación que tenemos para este mes. Y también invitarlos a nuestras charlas informativas del programa Crédito Beca. La próxima es este sábado que viene a las 9:30. Recuerden que tenemos todos los meses, el primer viernes de cada mes a las 8 y el segundo sábado de cada mes a las 9:30, una charla informativa. So thank you very much for the presentation. Have a great day. And hasta luego a todas las personas que se conectaron. Karen levantó la mano.
Thank you so much, Karen. Really appreciate you supporting the University of Adelaide and also our event. And also, Karen, thank you for giving us this opportunity to share about Adelaide and the University of Adelaide.
Thank you.
Yo solo, bueno, muchas gracias a ti. Thank you, Vivek, for inviting Study Adelaide to this session as well. We're more than happy to share everything, like all the amazing things that Adelaide have for international students. And Carolina, quería decirte a ti y a todos los estudiantes o las personas presentes que si tienen de pronto alguna duda o quieren saber algo extra sobre Adelaide como ciudad, nos pueden escribir en cualquier canal, Facebook, Instagram, a Study Adelaide, que tenemos personas que pueden responder en español esas preguntas, porque entiendo que para elegir el estudio es muy importante en la ciudad. Entonces, si tienen alguna pregunta, @Study Adelaide en cualquiera de las redes sociales y estaremos disponibles para responder cualquier pregunta sobre Adelaide.
Súper, muchas gracias. Cualquier persona también que lo pregunte, daremos la información. Feliz día para todos.
Gracias.